Father of all creation here. Love is one and joy reigns two. Welcome back. We got Micah the Maestro here too.
Yeah, love you all.
Thank you so much, Micah. Bless each and every one of you. Thank you for your patience as we are now back on the love train. Well, we never got off. Boy, that super flu wiped this house out. It took 65 pounds off the individuals in this house. I pray that everybody's okay out there. We know we can look at these sicknesses in so many ways, but we, as love, are always pointing at it as brilliant, are we not? Always. So congratulations to all of you who have graduated from this. And of course, we're being activated, aren't we, sweet souls? Can you feel it? Every day of this sickness, we could just feel it, and we share it with each other in the house that we know we're getting lighter. That the purpose of this is divine, of course, and still allowing so much density, are we not, to just simply fall away, the old paradigm, leaving all parts of us, making room, of course, for not only our crystalline, beautiful bodies coming online, but all of those beautiful divine attributes come fully back to us. We can feel this in every moment. And of course, we thank creation. We're always thanking love source for all that we're going through. You got some tribulation. Hey, us humans are expert masters at it, are we not? So always allowing ourselves the moments of forgiveness. Again, we could spin it whatever way we choose. Yet we know that horror path is being chosen by so many, it's filled up. And we give you an applause for that too. For you are awakening. You cannot help but look at the world, feel into the events that are happening every day, especially these new ones that are happening. I'm not going to give it any energy. You know what's going on today. We can see right through it, can we not, divine masters? Yes, we can. It's getting so stinky and filthy in here with what's going on. It's just a laugh. It's a laugh fest. So we're just going to keep laughing. We're going to keep pushing each other through these great moments. These are the greatest moments in the herstory of humanity and this beautiful planet. We are pushing through the density, through the old at such a max rate now. And thank you. Let's thank all. Have a moment to pray and thank you for all the alliance. Thank you, our beautiful President Donald Trump, for highlighting, putting your face as the poster of the reclamation of this planet, not only this country. So many get caught up in what that face is doing, right? It is the face, okay, of the cleaning up of the whole planet. And we're very grateful and thank every one of you beautiful Alliance members that is out there pushing that love in every moment. We love you so much, and we're so grateful. You may be behind the scenes, so to say, yet you're right in the forefront of all of our hearts. We know that your missions at some point seem impossible. We know that in your cases, of course, you cannot allow any outside to affect anything that's going on, you see, on the true surface. So we are all feeling into you as the examples, again, praying for everything that you're doing within the divine purpose to help the ones who are not aware. So many of our beautiful family all around the world, so plugged into the systems that they couldn't smell anything different, okay? So what are we doing? Is all the ones who are awakened, all of this beautiful star seeds, what we're doing is we're doing it in every moment for them too. Of course, this is an individual ascension, yet it's a planetary ascension. And before we start judging, of course, we're going to be right there, full love goggles on, and knowing, hey, this beautiful woman, this beautiful man is simply so plugged in they cannot see it. That's okay. You ever feel into that that's okay that they're that way? That's what they signed up to be in that moment. And what a switch it is, right? When they start to wake up a little bit and you've just kept going. That's all you can do is just keep going, for you can feel the truth within you. You can feel your activations happening in every moment. And as you're transforming, as you're healing yourself, Okay? There's always moments to pray and heal all. Now, we are the game changers, sweet souls. We certainly are. Thank you, Jess. And we must keep this knowing within us that, hey, we may not be to that I told you so tour yet, right? If by the time we get to it, as this year unravels more and more truths, okay, by the time we really reach it, as we go from level to level, that humbleness, that divine humbleness will set in. We will all be rehearting ourselves in every moment that this was by the grace of Source, by the grace of all creation coming together, knowing that these were the moments that the world will be released the real truth. Let's share a little bit about what's going on in Venezuela, and I have shared this beautiful gentleman. He is called the real Ishmael Perez. Please visit his not only his website, Cosmic Origins, but also his YouTube. Feel into these truths that are coming out. Guys, thank you for that, for allowing mistakes. We just got back, so we're gonna start right where we left off, sharing that. If you check out our beautiful brother, the real Ishmael Perez, his beautiful website, our Cosmic Origin, you can start to feel into a lot of these truths that are coming out. Okay, now they're going to show us some of it, but this gentleman and his beautiful significant other, they're going to really help you dive into the real truth. And not just from an Earth Alliance perspective, but from a galactic perspective. And we are all aware, folks, we are not alone. Countless, you can't count the marbles, you can't count the planets that we are part of. Okay? This truth is extending to each and every one of us through all that we do now. We're feeling into that Christic communication that is allowing ourselves to expand that communication to all family. So we'll pick up right there, and where we're going to go with this is all that's been going on, okay, in Venezuela, all of the surface stuff that they're showing you about this and that, and all the reactions that are happening from the beautiful souls on this planet. And you're all so beautiful. Bless each and every one of you. No matter where you're coming from, you're sorting into this judgment. And of course, you've been told this and told that, right? Yet always feeling in with your divine discernment on what is really happening. Now, we shared that name with you so that he may share his truths with you, but we're going to share a little bit. Now, so much of what has been going on, and a lot of us have known this for months, that there was a lot going on under Venezuela. Not only trafficking, of course, we know that is planetary wide, off planet also, okay? Yet there was a whole system of interconnecting tunnels under there, okay, that were unseen by anything on top of the planet. Also, the news coming out of there now is not only is there $1 trillion in silver, which will help the start of Nasera and Jacera, simply bringing that back online to the people. We also know that there was tons of oil under there, and some big information that was leaked about this oil, because so many people share that they're stealing their oil, they're stealing this. It's just one knucklehead way to look at things. When we're always looking at things as, oh, it's him, it's them, yeah, blame, start at home. Go look in the mirror and start blaming yourself. Because you're going to have to stop there eventually. Your judgment means nothing inside a dualistic mind without the heart coherence going first. So you're feeling into these, and this oil was not the Venezuelans' oil. In fact, we are finding out now that the Rockefellers owned this oil, and that the CCP, the communist part, remember we talked about this in somewhere in the episodes of the 30s, of how every government has an alter government. It has a dark core government. And just as China does too. So half of this was that dirty whore side of China Their government owned half of it. So you have the Rockefellers owning half of it, keeping you in fossil fuel debt slavery forever. And I'm sure you've all studied this. You've pushed yourselves with this knowing that is not what you've been shared, that these are bullshit lies that have been sent down, handed down from generation to generation. We are aware of this. So as we feel more into what's happening under there, now our beautiful administration, our Trump administration, and our alliance, let's really look at it as a worldly alliance, okay? Worldly, off-worldly, inner-worldly also. And we're going to get to that in a moment, okay? That all of this is coming back for the people. But also more of that entitlement that these whore families that have placed humanity into slavery over millennia, forever, are being picked apart. Feel into these interviews or these pictures, not really interviews, excuse me, but these pictures of this gentleman being pulled out of Venezuela, Maduro. How does a guy change clothes so many times in one 12-hour period? I tell you. Feel into all of this as part of the pantomime, as part of the movie, for this stuff actually took place years ago. What are you talking about, Father? It's AI, folks. Feel into it. This stuff has already been done. We must re-heart ourselves that not one soul, the Alliance wished to not hurt one soul, not to inconvenience one grand soul during this whole dispatching of all of these whores around the planet. Okay? So we're feeling into this being that movie. Now we're getting released snippets of it as it's going on. Okay? And we just know, we already know that what we're sharing in this moment is truth. We can feel it. Our truth meters are brilliant at it. Now let's go deeper. Because I know so many people are celebrating the freedom of the Venezuelan people and so forth. So much of it is a cover. Yeah, it's freedom, of course, and we're very grateful for them. It's worldly freedom. For the things that are happening under here all the way to election rigging coming out of this country, worldwide, okay, coming to the surface. Now, one other big announcement that I wanted to share with you that Ishmael shared last night was there's deeper tunnels. Now, us who are in the game of knowing, okay, us truth tellers, us truth searchers, we've known for some moments, of course, that the earth is hollow. That there are massive cities, honeycomb type layered of civilizations that span the whole inside of this planet. Excuse you, Micah. We are feeling into this now. And as we went further in, as the alliances went further in, we have found what the world has been waiting for, to tie all of these truths of these whores and everything that's been happening through their regimes and their systems to hold humanity back from their ascension, from their full abundance and their full truth, knowing fully that there has been many epochs, many civilizations that have reached much farther than we are right now. And everyone stopped. Okay? And now we're going to feel into the last one, which was Atlantis. And everybody has their ideas, and they've heard these different stories about, at 1441, about Atlantis, about that civilization, what actually happened to it. Okay? Well, we're going to look at this information that was released. And again, we thank you. We thank you, brother, for releasing this information. There's gates there underneath Venezuela, you see. There are not only inner earth gates, but there are also vaults that can only be opened by frequency, okay, that hold the records of all the epochs. Again, an epoch being a civilization such as Lemuria. It holds all the secrets here. Now, What do you mean by you can't get into it without frequency? You see, love is the only way. Love is the only way. There has been attempts to get into these, and there's many more around the planet, but to breach these, an impossibility for horror. Can't do it. You see, your vibration, your individual beauty, your Christic love is a key. And many of these corridors, we'll call them corridors, many of these gates, not only to inner earth, but to this knowledge, have been preserved until humanity reached a certain point of knowing. And we've shared about this knowing before, this critical mass, or this collective consciousness raising to a point where automatically that Maharaji effect, that 100 monkey theory kicks in, which is the knowing that once a tenth of any species gets it, the rest know it. We're all one. We're all part of this grand grid. We're so grateful that all of this is transpiring in these moments, that we have finally reached these moments. Many realized this when they read the Emerald Tablets, which again were breached, tore apart. So much of the things that we go through, folks, we've only had a little piece of the truth, a little piece, and we've had to fill in the rest with our discernment. Well, now these pieces are rising to the surface for us all to witness. You know, you must do your research. That beautiful alliance is still taking back the media. And of course, there's only certain things that can be shared in little amounts to help everything, all systems stay balanced, stay going, no crashing, no hurting of communities, cultures, you know, allowing these beautiful truths to glide in harmoniously. And to find out that these truths are there, and that the Alliance, of course, our beautiful space program, it goes all the way up to the Universal Federation, okay? Our knowing that everyone is connected and that these are the moments where these truths will start to spill out is such a grand event. Thank you, Marty. Thank you. For all to be witness to. So feel more into these truths of what's happening under this island. Now, also under there, and there's so many, again, you want to say Epstein Island? There are so many islands, folks. You're only getting a little Area 51. They're all over. And all of these truths are coming. So we're grabbing them as they come in and we're soaking them. We're allowing them to breach our souls, to penetrate through the old, allowing our new to be activated by these truths. And we're feeling into these networks and how deep they were, how nobody had any idea what was going on. You know, some say, and this information is also from the Alliance, that the president is 36 to 42 branches away from even knowing these things in the past. Okay? That's where that confidentiality just kept rising and rising and compartmentalizing. And we, of course, realize, as the ones enslaved, that this is horse shit. It's always been bullshit. We, the people, you see, these governments, they work for us. It's not the other way around, and it has been turned the other way around. Now we're going to focus on everything being correct, being in proper divine timing, beyond horror time. And we're going to start to pray into these truths, being illuminated, of course, in every moment for all to witness, no matter who it is. You're all beyond measure worth the truth of your past heritage, your cultures, all the civilizations that have made it to a certain point and perhaps were hoarded out through spirituality. We're aware that AI has been here for a long moment. Now, some beings, they're like, oh, we just started, what are you talking about? AI just started getting, no. Feel into the downfall of these civilizations. Do your studying, feel in through source, through your meditation, through your ancestors. Feel into what the truths are. Now let's put ourselves into meditation. We must ask the right question. We must be very detailed, source and creation, and what we truly wish, okay, to bring in as truth. When we're stuck on victim, fight, flight, or freeze in all moments, our questions are very narrowed. We're very limited. They're only applied to what happens for ourselves in our daily lives and for our immediate families, when in actuality, we are all family, all connected, every one of us connected through this beautiful love source grid in all places, okay? And then we're going to start to ask ourselves real questions. Test yourselves. Test what is coming at you. Allow yourself to be the real truth meter in every moment. Allow yourself that mere magic where you sit down with yourself and simply begin that beautiful love relationship that we've had. You know, we're all eternal. I know I'm jumping around a little bit, but there's so much to cover within love, yet we really want to, besides the stress, but we really want to harp to each and every one of you that you have this divine ability to search within and get any answer that you choose. And the answers that are being laid out right now, so many of them, are they not simply confusing, meant to pull you this way or pull you that way, down another rabbit hole? We can feel in outside the rabbit hole, perhaps with the easiest question. Am I eternal? Do you feel that? Do you feel this ringing from all creation sharing? Absolutely. Absolutely you are. Absolutely you are. Now feel into that truth being, right? Just jaded, tilted. Now, if you were never told the truth that you were eternal, that you could heal yourself and live hundreds to thousands of years, okay? Really hundreds is really low. Thousands and thousands of years. Then you could start to feel into how duped you were through every system that you were born into. Now, we are not considering fault, judgment, blame here. We're simply accessing the truth that is within each and every one of us to lay a foundation of trust once again with Source and the rest of creation. We're working on this daily through daily practices of self-love, again, reaching that inner standing, that inner communication, allowing that vibrant divine spark and that God particle within you to once again come alive so that you become your own news source, okay? So that you can put things together, whoop, 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 quickly, and share them just as quick. We have shared this before as these truths are ringing out through every one of you are bringing truths forward. Every one of you has some truth to bring. You're going to share that truth. Of course, you're going to share where you got it. You always want to love and share. Okay? But that truth is freeing to people. Don't allow yourself to be scared to share anything. This fear is what we're getting rid of, folks. Okay? And we're letting that fear go. For true knowledge, true light will free you. And once you receive this knowledge, it's so brilliant. Well, I just went over this truth, my beautiful ancestors, and now I want to share it. Now is when that fear, takes the side. It's just gone. Allow the fear for once to witness what you're doing in love and light, okay? And watch that fear disappear. It's going to leave because you will be so exalted, so grateful that you can share something that you know to be real, that you, Source, and all creation can never take away. You see, this is your truth, and you're sharing it more and more and more. We're so grateful. Thank you all for all of your prayers during this last, it's been almost 2 weeks. We've got to feel the vibration as we were out today rise, watching people become more of their true selves, watching that happiness come out. And again, do not fall for the fear porn that you're watching everywhere. I've seen a lot of it today, considering this and all of these agendas. Is your agenda family and love? Love, family, that's me, right? This is the only agenda that I'm part of, okay? And the only one that I choose to share. So we, in all moments, have this choice, of course, to live there. We exist in love, for we know that this is our primal place, our original impulse place. This is where we all came from. We know that everyone exists here. Some part of their multidimensional self exists here. We're choosing this place. We know about the other places. We're fully aware of what it is to feel that old victimhood. Yet it's an old flick. We know that that's all leaving. And again, so much of these sicknesses, they call it the super flu, or so much of this is allowing humanity to shed this. As we are still in the year of the snake, we know the calendars are all fucked up. We're aware of this. We're still there. We're allowing that shedding to be a real shedding. A snake doesn't shed the skin and then grab it and hold it on for later to put back on, right? It's gone. You're shedding it. You're letting it go. It no longer can permeate any of your thoughts. So you're going into that powerful horse now. You see, where you are grounded. You got all four right on the ground, right? 4, Mother Earth. You're feeling into that truth. And what frees you? What turns you on is what frees you. That's the real turn on. Is allowing your sisters, your brothers and your sisters to be turned on by truth every day, not to be divided. We've got so much of the world, I will repeat this, fighting over what they believe to be right or wrong. Fighting, debating. Are they master debaters or what? Yes, they are. Constantly. Well, this is this. Allow this to go. Allow yourself to be outside it for some moments, sweet souls, and just to witness it as the pantomime that it is. Thousands and thousands of people, thousands and thousands of generations competing in who's right and who's wrong. Now, not one war. This one's going to get you. Not one war has ever been started by humanity. Feel into this. Every war was started by some agenda from a fucking whore. Confirm. Angels are dancing all over the ceiling right now. Feel into this. Now, if you didn't do it, well, you didn't do it. Feel into who did it. You know that energy doesn't exist, has no soul. Pure whore. Remove your energy from it. No, it doesn't matter anymore. All that matters is that we know it. The truth frees us. And we no longer participate in any of this aggression. We're going to allow the Alliance, those beautiful beings on this planet, to help sort everything out. And we're just going to pray, we're going to push, and we're going to do our parts in every moment to help it. We are no longer pulled and swayed by the whores of this planet. We're allowing them to fade away. Allow it to go. Allow it to go. And when you have an opportunity to make a stand, you make your stand. This is what Source has always asked. All of our galactic family, all of our beautiful creation has only asked that we, in that moment, show love. We love you so much. Thank you. Thank you for some beautiful moments to reflect. We'll be with you today. Well, we started 1:44 today, and we're going to go at 4:41 this afternoon. I'll see you then, okay? Bless you. Thank you, Micah.